I got the wires running. I decided I'm gonna have to run wires from the driver's side to the passenger side because these aren't going to be long enough to reach the aux wires, so I'm gonna have to just extend it. But what I so they give you this little like heat shield tape for this one here, and I just tied them together right above there. So I went over that right there, and then it goes right into the frame, and then I fished it all the way up to the front by the engine, right. I got to pull them up there because I'm not done, but I'm going to lower the truck down. But there's a hole right there that's coming out of the frame up front, so I have it running completely inside the frame the whole way, so I don't have to worry about like them getting messed up or something. So my relay thing hasn't come yet, but I did look online and found a way to use two regular relays together, and I can hook it up. I don't know if I'm gonna do that yet, but if I do, I do. But I got that other thing coming. If it comes today, then great, I'll use that because it's like much simpler, less wires like sticking out. So all right, well, I'm gonna get this down and pull these wires up. All right, I'm plugging along here. So what I got here now is I tied into the aux power switches. I used what I decided to do this. I aux 2. It's not completely done yet, but aux 2 is either going to be open or closed, and aux 4 will be open or closed. It just depends on which wire I tie into. But I'm using aux 3 to turn the whole thing on. So that way, like I'm going to use aux 3 as a latching relay. So then when I put that on, then that will enable it to work. That way, if you push 2 or 4, it's not going to do anything, and 3 has to be on. I figured that's the best way to get the power to the relay, and that way it's fused and everything else. So what I did is I tied into it. It goes I used like I said, 2, 3, and 4. Plus the 2 that are left are the smaller amperage ones. So I don't know if I'll ever even use them. But I got it running right over the air cleaner underneath the cover. I guess the cover's good for something. So and then I got it zip tied to this line here, zip tied here, and now I have the leftovers here. So I have the main feed is going to be this red one. Green, I think, is, well, like I said, green is either going to be open or closed, and yellow will be open or closed depending on how it ties into these when I hook it up. I am probably going to be impatient and use 2 regular relays, which I didn't know before, but I was wondering how I was going to do that when I seen it. But on the relays, when a 5-pin relay is not energized, 30 and 87 become connected. They're connected right now, so there's continuity between here and here. So for this would be my ground going to 87, and that will go on the ground side of the motor. And then when it's energized, this comes off the ground and switches to the power, which becomes positive. So that's how you can switch it negative to positive with a relay like this. Now I ordered one that's supposed to be that all in one, but if it comes today, I'm going to use it. Obviously it would be a lot easier, but if it doesn't, you zip tie 2 of these relays together, and then you're going to take both relays. The center pin is going to go to the ground, and then the 30 will go to one wire, and then the other relay, same thing, the 30 will go to the other wire of the motor, right? The positive and negative. When you energize, say, this one, then it'll become positive and spin whichever way it's got to do, open or close. And then when you flip the switch, it energizes the other relay. This becomes a ground, and the other one becomes a positive, and which makes the motor spin the opposite direction. So once I get the wires together, I will. I'm gonna show that more than me just pointing at it, because I know that would be a lot easier. But yeah, I'm almost done. I'm hoping that other thing comes, because then it's going to be hook a positive up, which would be my big red wire, and ground it, and then that's all I got to do. After that, the green wire goes to one side, yellow wire goes to the other side, and then I tie those other 2 motor wires to the other side of the relay, opposite end, and then it'll do all that switching I'm talking about all by itself. So I'm going to give it a little more time for that to come. Otherwise, I'm just going to zip tie 2 relays together and get it going, so I could be done with it. But I don't know. The other thing might be a better thing to use anyway, just because I think it's waterproof, so I wouldn't have to worry about it. But all in all, I'd say that I like the way it came out. Let's see, there's the wires there. I got them zip tied to the catch can. So it goes down there, these wires, and they come out of the frame all the way from the back of or I'd say middle of the truck, all the way up front. So the wires are hidden all the way, and then, like I said, you got this loom here. Just go underneath the air box, or not the air box, but over the air box under this lid to the ear aux here. So I think it ended up looking pretty good, and like I said, I think this is going to be a lot more reliable to use those actual switches inside instead of, I mean, a relay's a relay, and I believe the relays you can change them, like, if they go bad. So, like, it's a matter of pulling, and I've never even had a relay really go bad, but not for me. But if you did, you just pull the relay out, put another one in, and it's fixed. So I think it simplifies it. So I'll be continuing this in a little bit once I see if that thing is going to come or not. Okay, YouTube, it's the next day, and I decided to wait and be patient. I didn't hook it up yet, so I wanted to wait for this other part to come. So now that I have it, it's exactly what I need to run and use the aux switches instead of the switch that they give you, which I don't think anybody with this truck would want. So I'll explain to you how it works. So basically here, I'm trying to get it so I can get to stay. All right, you see the contacts there. So you have 30 and 87A. As you can see, the it's connected here when it's de-energized. Okay, same with this one here, and this is the output side. So your ground is going to go here to your whatever ground you get on your truck. This is going to go to you're going to match 2 wires together that go to the motors. So you're going to, like, the negative wire to the motors. It doesn't matter which one you do, but you have to pick 2 of the same. So it's 2 negatives to the motor, 2 positives, or vice versa. It does not matter which way you do it, because the way this works is, so your negative goes here, your positive that I'm using, remember, the the positive switched one from the truck. So I could energize that, which will get this whole thing ready. And then this would be, say, the green wire I was using, and that one would be the yellow. And that would be my aux 2 and 4. So that way, if I hit aux 2, if I energize this coil, this relay, once this relay is energized, when I told you this was connected, it switches to the other 87. That goes from 87A to 87. So this becomes positive instead of negative. And then this other one is still negative. So then that means since this is positive, so you're energizing this turns from negative to positive. So say the motor is going to open. And then when you release the button, they're all negative and everything stops. And then when you want to close it, and you energize this one over here, this stays. Now this was grounded again because it's off. Once this is energized, it switches from ground to positive, so this post becomes positive and this one's negative, so then the motor will spin the other way. And this is all contained in one unit. So you have one ground, one hot, and this is going to be from your aux. We'll just make it up here, aux 2, aux 4. So aux 2, 3, and 4. And I'm going to have momentary, and this one will be on or off, so latched on. So once I turn it on, then these two will work. I mean, these two will always be energized, but none of this will work unless this one's on. And this will always be grounded. And to show you how that is, so I got the fluke. I put it on continuity, and you'll see that with the coils off, look, with the coils off, it's continuity there and there. So as long as this is grounded, these two are grounded. And then like I said, if I energize this coil, this will lose its ground and gain and connect to this side. So that's how this works. This, I totally, as you can see, it's like a sealed unit. So I think this is going to be way more reliable than the other stuff I saw. So I will put the part number to this on the, actually I can get it right now. So here you have it. There's the part number. You can just type that into Google and it's going to come up, and then you'll be good to go. Like I said, I've seen some other riggings up of two relays together and wires all over the place. You're just going to have 6 wires. 3 coming from that wire loom I showed you are going to go here. Your one ground, and then these 2 go to the motor. So pretty simple. So obviously, I don't know, it's like 10 o'clock, so I'm not going to do it. I just got home. I was out doing stuff earlier, so I didn't have time. This came while I was gone, so I will get to it tomorrow, and this shouldn't take long. I might mount it with a couple screws here and just attach it. It's not going to take long at all. Once I do that, it's going to work. So then we can actually test it out and the sound and everything else. So I'm surprised I waited, but I just figured why just throw something else together when I was liking how the wiring was looking as it is. So I was like, it's just going to look like a big mess if I try to make 2 relays work. I mean, if it was going to be hidden behind a glove box or something, okay, but this is going to be under the hood. So, all right, well, I'll be back. All right, I'm back. Back from work, and I got it all done now. So I'm going to show you what I did. It works. It's going to work just like a charm. So what I did is I mounted to get your bearings where you're at here. There's this big space here. So I was just able to screw it down to the plastic. It's good to go. I could zip tie this back maybe, but Anyway, so just like I was explaining yesterday, you have your positive coming from my aux 3 switch, and then aux 2 and aux 4, and then this is a common ground here. This is grounded. I ran it, I can tuck those in a little bit later, underneath here, and I grounded it right to that. And then with the wiring for the stock plugs, so what I did is I cut these off of the switch that it came with, and then I split them. So that has the black with white stripe. I put both of those together, and then the solid black together, and then I put looks like the black with white stripe I put here, and the solid I put here. Now it doesn't really matter which side you put these on. It's just going to change what aux 2 and 4 does. So that's not a big deal. So if you want to switch the open to 2 instead of 4, you just need to flip-flop them, and that's it. There's nothing else to it. So now we'll go inside and I'll show you how you got to set up your aux switches. Alright, so first you got to get your ignition to the run position with the engine. The engine could be, I think, on or off, doesn't really matter. So you want to go in your settings and then find your aux switches. Aux 1 I have for my light bar up top. Aux 2, well, first we'll do with aux 3. Aux 3 is going to send power to that whole thing. Without aux 3, nothing will work. So we want that set. Type. You want latching. So that means when you press this aux 3, it just stays on. And then that you just leave that on until you don't want to use it no more. Power source, I have it set to ignition. This way, once you shut the key off, it shuts power off to it. You don't have to worry about anything, sucking power out while you are got the key off. All right, so we'll go back. Aux 2. Now you want to do this, make sure you set it this way before you run it, because you don't want to burn the motors out right away. So aux 2. Aux 2 type. Momentary. That means I have to press aux 2, and when I let go, it goes off. And remember, aux 3 is off, so I can hit aux 2 and aux 4 and nothing will happen right now. So you want that switch to momentary, and it is power source, again, ignition. Same thing with aux 4. I already did all this. So ignition, momentary. You have that set, you're good to go. So we could just start it up. Now right now they're closed, and I can't remember which one's which yet. I think it's 4. No, aux 2 opens. Oh, hold on, I gotta turn it on. Hold on. There we go. Aux 4 is open. So I just have to remember aux 4 is open. There we go. And then aux 2 is closed. So there you have it. It's as simple as that. no, you know, no major timers involved or anything needed, and I think it looks pretty clean as far as the complete wiring. I mean, like I said, this thing makes it all simple, just one unit right there. So this is going to be the end of this video. I'm going to do another one of it driving, but that's going to be separate from this. So I guess go into part 3 for that. So this should be all you need though to get it all hooked up. So if you want to use the aux switches, which I recommend. All right. One more thing I want to mention about this is when I put the pipes on there, there is a hanger behind the mufflers, so that you got the two mufflers. They're kind of like welded together with a like a bracket. But behind it, there is a bracket bolted to the frame with two 13mm bolts. You can't miss it. It's a pretty nice looking aluminum. I've never seen an exhaust bracket like this. So it's an aluminum bracket with a red, like high temp rubber hanger on it. You want to take that off so that you can drop the mufflers down far enough to get the pipes out a lot easier. So that's all you have to do for that. So I just forgot to mention it. It's two 13mm nuts, and they're held on, and they're on studs. So once you get the nuts off, you just slide that bracket off the studs. It's pretty simple. But I forgot to mention that, like, because you might fight it if you don't think about it, to do it yourself. So there's that. And so, like I said, I'm going to get another video of it driving down the road, some inside, outside. I don't know, well, yeah, as far as, well, you already heard it, I don't, but just hit the subscribe button if you like what you see. There'll be more videos to come about any kind of things I come across that might help if there's, you know, avoid any issues. If there's a thing I'm going to do about the sway bar, because I had it on the lift the other day and I noticed something, so I'm going to do a video on that. That'll probably be a short one, but there's more to look at than just bolting it on and leveling that bar. So we'll get back to that. So yeah, hit that subscribe button, and we'll talk to you next time.